there, guys. This is Super Ty. I'm here with Comic Book Brando, and we're
Comic Book Santo.
Comic Book Santo. Nice, I like that. We're here, and we're going to be talking about the comics that are coming out the 21st of December, which is tomorrow. Big week.
It is a big week.
It is a huge week.
Well, it's good because it's holiday shopping week.
Exactly. So there is a lot that I want to talk about. I know that there's a lot you want to talk about. I'm going to start it off with DC Rebirth's Trinity. This book has actually been very surprising for me. This is written by Francis Manupal, and the whole premise of this first story arc is somebody's messing with the Trinity's mindset. They keep on thinking that they're going back in time to see their worst defeats and stuff like that. So it's been really good. I've been liking it a whole lot, and when you find out who is messing with them, quite the surprise.
Mr. Mix's Piddle.
No, it is not Mr. and Mrs. Pitalik.
Oh,
Did I say that right?
you said Mr. and Mrs.
Did I? Mr. and Mrs. Pitalik?
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. So, yes.
Mixie is Piddalik.
It's a great book, so give it a shot.
Mine is Tomi. This is a gigantic manga tome by Junji Ito, who is well known for his manga horror and cats. The cat book is really good. But this is about a gal named Tomi who has the power to seduce any man, even to the point of making him commit murder.
Ooh.
She is often the victim, and yet she comes back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Creepy. The man knows spooky and scary and unnerving. So if you like those things, this is a gigantic book for you to check out.
Mighty nice. My next one, I've been waiting for quite some time. This is Divinity 3 Stalinverse. The whole premise of this is the world is not... It didn't have the same history as it should. Instead, now, the USSR is still the USSR, and they've taken over pretty much the entire world. One cool thing is at the very beginning, it'll let you know how the timeline went, where it skews from where we were. Awesome book. I loved the first two books. It was one of my favorite books of last year, the first volume. Second volume came out earlier this year. It was great, so I really can't wait to read this one.
I really can't read it.
I can't read to wait it.
Just can't do it. Silver Surfer by Dan Slott and the Allreds is a must-read every week that it comes out. This issue claims that it's the exciting debut of the biggest new star in the Marvel Universe.
Ooh.
And it's pointing to a little star in the background.
Oh, look at that.
Ah.
It looks like they're being eaten by something, too.
Yeah, there's a little pink starfish-looking thing. So,
Mighty nice.
check it out.
It's been on a delay for a little while, so I'm really glad it's back now.
Well, I mean, Allred hasn't always been the most timely of his artwork. It's always fantastic, but there's sometimes he falls behind. But he's always well worth the wait.
Oh yeah, waiting for quality.
You're never really waiting that long either. So.
Right.
Unless you're talking about the golden plates, then you're waiting a long time.
My next one is Dark Horse's Ether. The first issue blew me away. It was really, 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 really cool. And it's written by Matt Kent, who is really good for messing up your perceptions about what a story is actually about. I loved it. The first issue had a really great plot twist at the very end of the issue, so this one I can't really wait. Basically, the whole premise is there's this guy who's kind of an Indiana Jones type character who can go through different dimensions. Parts of it are really funny, parts of it are sad. I really enjoyed the first one. This is probably at the top of my pile for tonight.
Excellent.
Oh, you okay?
Allergies.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go.
Cave Carson has a cybernetic eye number 3. I've been digging the Young Animal line. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This one's got family. This one's got adventure. This one's got Wild Dog.
Yeah, I was really happy about that.
I was super surprised to see that guy show up again.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't tried these books out, Doom Patrol, Shade the Changing Girl,
Mother Panic.
DC has like kind of a fresh new mini universe for you to take a look at.
This one has been getting a lot of buzz around the store. Animosity number 4 is coming out. In case you have no idea what this is about, the animals wake up and they are not happy with the way that we've been treating them. And it's basically about this bloodhound trying to get his owner, this little girl right here, to California. Don't know quite why yet, but it's pretty awesome. The last one that came out, I was really happy about it because there was a koala with 2 machine guns. I was like, oh, the most cute ever murder machine.
The Amazing Spider-Man, the only one that's amazing.
Right.
Number 22. This continues the Clone Conspiracy, and if you didn't read Clone Conspiracy number 3, that was kind of a bomb, like set off in your brain.
Right.
As a longtime Spider-Man fan, I thought, what? I did not expect that at all. And this goes into a little bit more about the man behind the Jackal mask.
Right.
I don't want to say any more, but if you like Spider-Man, for the love of Spidey, pick it up.
My next one is another Dark Horse book, I'm sorry. This is Black Hammer number 6. This has been a really cool series. Jeff Lemire's been writing this almost Twilight Zone-y kind of tale about superheroes that are lost in this farm and small town, and they can't get out, and they don't know where they are, they don't know why they're there, but they've been stuck there for 10 years. I'm loving it because it's keeping me on the hook and not giving away too many answers, but darn it, I really need to get some answers because I am chomping at the bit here. So, definitely pick this up.
Doctor Strange in the Storm of the Eye. This is the 15th issue of his series, which I've been enjoying immensely. It's just like a cruise of the occult universe in Marvel. Stephen finds himself in a cab being driven by the Orb.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I love the Orb.
A long-time Ghost Rider enemy, and he showed up in
Original Sin, where he's actually a really good villain in that.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not just a lame guy with a helmet. Check this out. Obviously, he's not going to Queens. They're taking a spin through the occult.
My next one is a cool little one-shot by Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. This is Klaus and the Witch of Winter. Very timely because, you know, it's about Santa Claus, but he's a barbarian warrior guy, and also it's almost Christmas. So definitely pick this up. Same creative team. I was flipping through it, and wow, there are a lot of people thrown in here that you wouldn't expect to show up in a Santa Claus story. So, yeah, check it out. It's pretty darn cool.
Is it one shot?
I believe it's just a one-shot, yeah. I could be wrong. It does say just number 1 on there, but I think it's just a one-shot. Yeah, it's just a one-shot.
Very good.
But the first original series, I don't know if you read it, but it was fantastic.
Yeah, pretty psychedelic in places.
Yeah.
All right, Santa. I'll keep that. The Fix, issue 7. With a take on the classic National Lampoon, buy this issue or we'll shoot this dog cover. This is a great crime series that prominently features a dog named Pretzels. I'm worried about this issue. We'll see what happens.
Pretzels is a great name for a dog.
It is a good name for a dog. Look at how just like standoffish that dog.
That dog does not look happy about his predicament or what you've done with your life.
No.
Yeah.
He judges.
My next one, and I'm really excited about this one, is Lock and Key Small World. Huge fan of the original series Lock and Key. I read it all over one weekend, and this is a little side story where there's this key that shrinks you down, and it kind of has this really cool, what's it called, Incredible Shrinking Man kind of story where these kids are facing off with a spider, but the spider is now giant because they are tiny. And I am terrified of spiders, so I'm going to read this.
Spooky.
Yeah. Spooktacular.
If you're watching this and you have any questions or comments, by all means leave them and we'll answer them, if not now, after the broadcast. Broadcasting live. Justice League versus Suicide Squad. Spinning from the pages of, guess what? Suicide Squad. And a little bit Justice League. This is a big crossover. Promises to be slam bam action, entertainment. We'll see what comes from it. I'm hoping it's mostly just sort of a self-contained cool story, but you know what happens when Amanda Waller, you know, has her team up against the biggest superheroes of the earth.
It's gonna be fisticuffsmanship.
Fisticuffsmanship.
My next one is Invincible Iron Man number 2. I can't even say it because I'm saying it too fast. Riri Williams has a gift given to her at the end of the first issue, which I'm not going to say anything because if you haven't read it, I don't want to spoil anything, but she's about to take her place in the Marvel Universe as one of the premier superheroes. I really dug the first issue. It's bananas good. It's awesome. And, man, there's so much I want to tell you about it, but I just can't. I don't want to give anything away, but, it's very good. Just read it.
Star Wars Dr. Aphra Issue 2, continuing the all-new, all-original Star Wars series with the all-original character. She's got a couple homicidal droids with her. There's a Wookiee bounty hunter, and she just found out her doctorship has been revoked.
That's what I loved about the first issue. Like, they were like, "Oh, you can't sell this. You're not a doctor."
But excuse me, what?
I really loved that.
And it was her father. Mm-hmm. The Star Wars universe has father issues.
It does, very much so.
All around.
Speaking of Star Wars, seen Rogue One?
I did.
I did too, and wow, blown away.
I loved it. I didn't Force Awakens loved it, but I loved it.
I thought it was really well done. It wasn't my favorite Star Wars movie, but it is kind of towards the top. Empire's always my favorite, then Force Awakens, and then we got to disseminate down from there. But yeah, I really dug it. It was a great war movie.
Yeah, it was really entertaining. It had little things that I didn't quite love, but all in all, as a whole, I certainly enjoyed myself. I'm actually gonna go see it again tomorrow night.
Hey, good for you, man.
Yeah.
The tall droid K2SO was probably my favorite character of the entire thing.
You know who voiced it, right?
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
I love smarmy droids.
Oh, he was good.
Which is why I love the two droids in the Dr. Aphra book.
Yes.
My next one is Thanos #2. This is also written by Jeff Lemire, art by Mike Deodato, who is one of my favorite Marvel artists. Once again, I can't really tell you a whole lot because there's some spoilers happening there, but let's just say that this is setting up for one of Thanos' greatest wishes / biggest nightmares. So, yeah, that's the best way I can put it. But it was really fun first issue. Read the second one. It's awesome.
It's pronounced Gamora? Gamora?
I say Gamora.
Gamora.
Yeah.
Gamora #1. I get confused because I'm a Gamora fan.
Yeah, from Godzilla. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, not from Godzilla.
Ah.
He's opposed. Gamora #1 starts off a new series featuring the Guardian of the Galaxy before she was a Guardian of the Galaxy. This is actually the story about how she became the deadliest woman in the galaxy. She starts off as a assassin trained and as a ward of Thanos. So those are really good credentials to get you that most deadly woman in the galaxy title.
Yeah.
But this will be the full story, so check this out.
Nice.
Excited about that movie?
Oh man, yeah.
So stoked.
I really am very stoked about it. Let's just hope that nobody spoils any post-credit things for us this time for Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. In case you didn't know, we're a spoiler-free zone here at Austin Books and Comics. We try to make sure that nobody gives anything away on anything. So let's just hope that continues on. My next one is Venom #2. This was really cool. I'm not usually a huge Venom fan, but the first one was really awesome because he's no longer with anybody we've ever seen before. It's got a completely new host, and the symbiote wants to be good now, but the guy that has the symbiote is very not good. And so it's kind of like forcing him to be evil. So it's a reverse play, you know how...
Is it someone we've seen with the symbiote before?
It is not, and that's what I liked about it. It was like new character. The artwork's very, what's Joe Madureira? I can't say his name. Madureira. It's very art like that, but it is not him.
Sandoval.
I've
seen that name before.
Yeah. So I mean, it was really cool. I like switching things up in comics. So let's see what happens with this one.
Switching things up. 4 kids walk into a bank. The Black Mask series continues. We talked last time about some delays, but I'm so into this book. It's so fun and weird and different from a lot of the things that we all read. That I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll be patient. It's a beautiful looking book. Like I said, it's fun. It's strange, and you're following these kids they're just rascable youths.
Nice.
That's what I was going for there. Plus, they're dealing with a bunch of criminals, so that's entertaining.
Yeah, and once again, I'm a huge fan of titles that kind of tell you what the story's about just in the title. So,
or they start off like a joke.
My next one is Batman #13. Obviously, the ventriloquist has been a part of this storyline, and the I Am Suicide. This has been really cool. I'm actually digging Batman again, and his Batman just versus everybody, and he's fighting Bane. That's the main guy, but I mean, the Psycho Pirate shows up. I love the Psycho Pirate.
He's a weird villain.
He's a weird, great villain, and I also really love that at one point the ventriloquist doesn't have his dummy, so he's just using his hand as like a duck hand puppet. I love that.
That's good.
So yeah, pick this up. Batman fighting lots of people. Very cool book.
Star-Lord. The new Chip Zdarsky written Star-Lord begins this week. I've been very excited about this because I think Chip has the right sense of humor to add sort of like that Chris Pratt style of comedy to the character.
Right.
Peter Quill's having a hard time. He's not doing so well. He's no longer ruler of his father's planet. He is no longer the engaged
Yeah.
to be married to Kitty Pryde. He's not even the team leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy anymore. That ship exploded, literally exploded, and as did their friendship.
Yep.
Now he's stuck on Earth.
Yeah.
Good luck, Peter Quill. I'll be there to see what happens.
There's a lot of cool cameos in that book too that I really dig.
The first issue?
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to read it.
Yeah, I flipped through it. There's some really cool cameos that are happening in there. Another DC rebirth is Superman number 13. I've been saying this almost every single week. This is such a great series. This continues on the Super Monsters, which is a great title for a story arc. This is pretty darn awesome. Frankenstein shows up. He ain't too happy. Ooh. Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm not going to tell you what I just saw, but it was really darn cool.
Did you read Frankenstein Agent of Shade?
I think I read the first issue back when the New 52 started up, but there's so much to read back then. I was like, okay, I'll read this in a little bit.
It was actually one of my favorite books of New 52.
It was really good, I'm told.
Yeah.
So I need to pick it up.
Yeah, that character is from that. Harley Quinn, number 10, with a festive Christmas cover. I admit it, I am a sucker for Christmas covers. I don't think I mentioned it last time. I was telling someone recently that the Ambush Bug Stocking Stuffer is one of the comics that got me into comics originally.
Right. Yeah.
So every year around Christmas I read holiday comics. Hopefully you didn't miss the DC Rebirth Holiday Special last week because it is completely sold out at this point.
Yep.
Hard to get. So if you're in that mood for something festive, get the Harley Quinn one. This is a story called Eggnoggin.
Nice. I kind of have a little 1-2 punch going on here. The second volume of The Ultimates came out, which I still maintain is one of the best team books that came out in 2016. It still has, just has everybody trying to solve these giant galactic style threats that are happening all through. But Civil War II happened, and it kind of mixes in there some stuff with Black Panther and Captain Marvel happening in the Civil War II thing, but the main part of the story is they have Thanos, and Thanos is not happy to be captive. But that leads me directly into Ultimates 2, number 2. This is very much a continuation where they are no longer their own bosses. They are now in the employ of Galactus, the Lifebringer. And yeah.
The Lifebringer.
Yeah. He is since in the very first couple of issues they fixed him up. And now Galactus is trying to do some good, and
That's the Living Tribunal.
I know the Living Tribunal's in here, and I love that character. That was one of my favorite. And Lord Master Order and Lord Chaos is in here. God, this book is so awesome, and yeah, it's awesome. That's all I gotta say.
A lot of cosmic fun.
Yeah, oosh, look at that, it's crazy.
All right, so Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, Great Responsibility. This has Amazing Spider-Man 18 through 38 and Annual 2, which those of you Spidey historians will know that is the second half of the Steve Ditko run on Spider-Man. So at this point on, after this, it's going to be John Romita Sr. The Ditko Lee era of Spider-Man is probably my favorite thing in the world. Ever. There's things that compare. There's Star Wars, there's Cowboy Bebop, but Lee Ditko Spidey, absolutely my favorite comic of all time. So if you have never read these before, get into a nice historical context, get this book, get the first one if you haven't read that yet, and sling some web.
I have another 1-2 punch. Sorry about this, guys, but this has been one of my favorite series that has come out this year. The Punisher series by Becky Cloonan and the late Steve Dillon. Still really bummed about that, but this is the embodiment of what the Punisher is, and that's why I liked it. Like, this team gets it. And the storyline is basically super drug, Punisher's trying to stop them, craziness ensues, but it's just the feel, the atmosphere that is given in this book. And we got a new issue that came out as well, with art by Steve Dillon still, so very cool. This is the first 6 issues, and here's issue number 7. So if you're really wanting to get caught up, boom, boom, right there. Awesome stuff.
And you're right there. So in the 70s through 80s, Roy Thomas was really big on bringing cool fantasy characters to comics. He did that with Michael Moorcock's Elric. I think it was for Eclipse was the original company. I can't remember who originally published these issues. But it's got beautiful art by P. Craig Russell, who was just born to draw this character in his adventures. This is a nice hardcover format. This is the 4th volume, I believe, of the Michael Moorcock library. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's just so stunning and so good. You don't see enough, enough classic 70s style sci-fi / fantasy, and I mean, they don't make enough. There's plenty out there, but like I can never have enough. So check this out. Elric is cool. He's got a soul-stealing sword.
Nice.
It's awesome.
This one is a little sillier, and this is why I like it, because it is Little Marvel Avengers versus X-Men. Scotty Young, just, oh man, it is so fun. It's basically just like kid versions of everybody just fighting constantly, and that's the whole point of it. And but it's like schoolyard fights, which is kind of fun. They go to the Avengers treehouse, they go to the X-Men's Danger treehouse. But one thing I also love is they show like them at their houses, and you see little Ghost Rider with his Ghost Rider parents. Their heads are on fire as well. But also, the little Watcher baby is there. Like, this is just so fun. And each issue starts off with a theme song, which you can come up with your own little tune for. Yeah, this is great. And it takes place during the whole Secret Wars thing. It was only available in hardcover for, God, like 9 months or something, and they finally come out with the softcover edition. Yeah.
Trump, the funny one. Playboy at one time wanted to do a humor magazine, like in the style of Mad, but for more adult content and laughs. So they went to the guy who actually created the greatest humor magazine of all time, Harvey Kurtzman, the creator of Mad Magazine. It didn't last long, but I mean, the stuff that's in here is pretty unique. It's definitely his voice, and also the voice of Will Elder from Mad, Al Jaffe from Mad, Jack Davis also from Mad,
Mel Brooks, cool.
Mel Brooks, Arnold Roth, who created the Doom Patrol, Russ Heath, Wally Wood's in there. This is awesome. The first volume was his Humbug collection, and the second volume of the Essential Kurtzman is Trump.
Okay, so my next one is a toy, because I always want to try and get some toys up here as well, and I am so impressed with this. We have Ricardo Montalban himself, Khan, from Star Trek. This is, this
Just Kimbo.
Yeah, that was the only drawback in that entire movie for me.
Drawback?
the fake chest.
That man just exuded sex. That's not a fake chest.
What?
That's 100% Montalban.
Are you sure?
It is. Look that up.
Okay.
Google it.
I might be wrong, but still, this is a great action figure. He comes with a couple of different extra parts, so he can be sitting on the chair of, do you know the name of the ship that he took over?
I don't.
The Excelsior.
Oh,
Yeah. This is such a cool one. I've been loving all of the different select versions of the Star Trek ones, especially the Captain Kirk one, which also had a Ricardo Montalban in that as well.
It's from the show Space Seed episode.
Yeah, Space Seed.
So he's more like conservative hair.
Yeah.
Red shirt.
Yeah.
That has a front.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just a really cool one. I was kind of giggling when I saw this. I was like, this is awesome. I kind of want this for Christmas. So, sweetie, if you're watching this would be pretty cool.
Yes. If you are just assuming you're Sweetie, you probably are.
Okay, my wife Janine, I would really like this one, please.
Hi, Sweetie.
Yes, hi, sweetie.
Mike W. wishes us Merry Christmas.
Mike W., Merry Christmas to
Christmas,
you.
Mike.
Happy holidays to all of you and yours.
Speaking of Christmas, I think a fantastic gift would be the Harley Quinn Hula Bobble figure.
Mhm.
This hits so many perfect notes for a weird, fun, not completely useful gift. It's actually my favorite kind of gift. So yeah, you got Harley doing her little thing. This is by Cryptozoic made this. They make a lot of games. But it looks great. It's good sculpt, great paint job. Pretty neat. Classic cool with a new comic book twist to it.
Nice. And all I have left is the Sidekick Special, so why don't you go with your next one?
Out of the way, nerd. This is this is a gift for probably half the comic fans on your list.
Mhm.
This is a sweet Deadpool mask. It's a fabric mask. It's got like molded stuff on it. So you can like kind of like have eye expression with it a little bit. The best part is the Velcro on word balloons.
Yeah.
There are 3 interchangeable speech bubbles. It's like I say, out of the way, nerd. Check out the chump in the Deadpool tee, which, I mean, I would have that one all the time. After I waste you, I'm gonna get some sushi. That's a pretty good life motto there.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is really cool. The word balloons look hilarious. I think this would be a fantastic gift for someone on your list. Hopefully they like Deadpool.
So my last one, which I am a huge fan of, is actually a collection of vampire tales. Steve Gerber wrote some of it.
It's the old magazine from the 70s, right?
Yeah, it's black and white, but it's beautiful, gorgeous artwork. But there's also a ton of articles in here, and basically it's about Morbius the Living Vampire and Satana, the Devil's Daughter. And there's actually a really great article in here of everything you wanted to know about Satana, but were too, what is it, too... man, it was so great. I found it like so fast earlier.
I don't have all those issues.
Awestruck to ask.
Nice.
But yeah, you get to see some original character design in this, and I loved those old Marvel, 70s magazines,
Every single one. Marvel Premiere.
Rampaging Hulk, the Howard the Duck one,
Deadly Fist of Kung Fu.
Star-Lord, that's how he actually got started, was during
Marvel
those.
Premiere.
Marvel Premiere.
Yep.
So yeah, this is...
You talk about the Howard the Duck one, Rampaging Hulk. God,
Right.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah, and it was all like, it's very of its time, but it's so timeless at the same time.
Many of them, most of them are collected in some format
Mhm.
now. I know Howard is, the Hulk stuff is,
Mhm.
the Vampire Tales was. I'm not sure if Tales of the Zombie got an essential. I'm not sure if it's still in
Yeah,
there.
is that Garth the zombie?
Simon Garth. Yeah.
Simon Garth. So this is very cool. You should pick it up. It's usually $19.99, but we're going to be doing it for $5.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, so it is very cool. I'm going to be picking up my copy of it tomorrow.
Sweet.
So yeah, so that is a huge week, and we only got like, I don't know,
Just
a
scratches
quarter.
the surface. There's
quarter
tons
of everything.
stuff this week.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
Yeah, so I'm very, very happy with
There's
it.
another Conan Funko Pop. I
There
believe.
is. There's also some really cool Lee Bermejo action figures of Batman and Superman. The Doctor Strange, not selects, Legends came in as
Oh,
well.
nice.
Yeah, there's a really cool Iron Fist one in there that I want. And yeah, so it's a huge week, and it's all going to be available tomorrow on Wednesday the 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We'll be open our regular hours on Wednesday.
Mhm.
So from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., we're open.
Yeah.
We're open our regular hours Thursday, Friday. Only on Saturday, on Christmas Eve, are we closed a little bit early,
right,
5 p.m.
correct.
We will be closed on Sunday
Mm-hmm.
so that we can spend time opening our presents and eating delicious foods and hugging our family and friends.
Watching Christmas movies. That's my plan.
I've got through most of mine already.
Oh, you have?
Santa's Sleigh was last night.
I'm trying to come up with a list that I want to start with. Of course, Die Hard 1 and 2, Scrooged, which is one of my all-time favorites as
That's
well.
the one I haven't gotten to yet.
Scrooged is really great. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a really huge fan of the first Home Alone movie.
Oh, it's great.
I still think it's great.
I love it.
Yeah. So, anyways, but we do have some stuff that is coming up. We got David Marquez signing
Next Wednesday.
next Wednesday, the 28th.
You can hear signing the last issue of Civil War or any of the other fine books he's drawn over
Yeah.
the past few years.
I'm very stoked about that.
He's very cool.
Yeah. And do you have any games coming up? Do you got Dungeons & Dragons
I think
tonight?
we're playing Dungeons & Dragons live tonight on the Outlaw Moon Games Facebook page. If you'd like to watch, it's our Team Frost group, and they're in the middle of a cave loaded with goblins.
Nice.
What else we got going on? We'll probably be playing Magic live at Outlaw Moon on Friday, I believe. We did our last week. We did our
You did your White Elephant
tournament.
gifts, right?
It's pretty awesome.
That's pretty nice.
I got a Funko Pop of Chandra, the red planeswalker.
Nice.
Super fun. A lot of people showed up. A lot of gift swapping. It was cool.
Cool, man. So I don't really have too much coming up. I'm still doing my podcast. I just haven't uploaded them yet because I'm a slacker. I'm sorry, guys.
Bad time.
I know. I'm horrible. It's been a busy couple of days for me, so
Holiday season, we're a little jumping. Right
yeah,
now.
a little busy. So I'll bring some entertainment to you guys very soon. But once again, if you guys want to be on my podcast, that is totally cool. You just message me at SuperTyDenton1, and we'll get you on there. I know I want you on one of mine coming up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty much going to be like this, except for we'll be drinking.
A lot like this, and maybe dipping into sloppy conversation.
Okay. Let's find out. So anyways, I guess that'll do it for us. You can follow me at SuperDydenton1. You can follow him
At Comic Book Brando.
You can follow both of us at Austin Books, and I guess that's going to do it for us.
That sounds good. So
Yeah.
let me.
I hope everybody has a good, happy holidays. Brandon, I hope you have a happy holidays as well.
I'm gonna have the happiest.
Excellent. So guys, we'll catch you later, okay? Bye.